What's going on, my little piglets? It's your BFF Pork Chop here, and I'm coming at you with another video, a rant, a rave, a talk, a discussion, a ramble about America's team, the Dallas Cowboys. We won, y'all. I was going to make this video regardless if we won or lost, but we won, and it makes it that much sweeter. And I'm actually wearing my Van Der Esch shirt. I actually changed. I was just wearing my Pennywise shirt, the aren't you going to say hello shirt, but I was like, I have to go out in public. I have to go grocery shopping, so I was going to just change it to my Cowboy shirt. And I love going into public and seeing other people wearing their Cowboy stuff and the cashiers talking about the Cowboys and all that stuff. And it's always good because you know that when we win, everybody just has an opinion, everybody talks, everybody listens, and it's fantastic. It's a great feeling. But we beat the Washington Redskins today 31-21. We looked very rusty in that first quarter. I'm not gonna lie, we looked terrible in that first quarter, but it seems like after the fact we actually kind of showed up and kind of turned on the Jets and didn't look back. So Dak did throw his first pick against the Washington Redskins, and I was sitting there watching the game with my wife, and the announcer was like, "Oh, Dak Prescott is yet to throw an interception against the Washington Redskins." And I said, that's going to happen now. He's going to throw a pick. And sure enough, I think it was the first series, if not the first, then it was the second series, he actually threw the pick. And I was like, well, that's why you don't say things like that. That's why you don't open your mouth about things like that, because you jinx it. You pretty much bring it to life. You create, just whatever. It was terrible. I was like, oh man. And then they went up 7-0 against us. And I was like, oh, okay. So, and then my wife was like, we're not looking good. And I said, remember, the Giants scored first against us last week, and they didn't score pretty much ever again after that. But she was like, yeah, you're right. They actually did score more points. I was just, being just a jerk, just being facetious. So Zeke actually got some more touches. I think he was 23 for 111, and he had one touchdown, which was fantastic. Hold on, let's see if I can fix the shaky shakes. That fix it? That fixed it a little bit. And Dak had 4 incompletions, and one of those incompletions was the interception, and he had 3 touchdowns. 1 to Cooper, 1 to Devin Smith, which is a 5th string wide receiver because of Tavon Austin having concussion issues this week, so he had to sit out. And then 1 to the GOAT, again, 2 games in a row where the GOAT has caught the ball, Jason Witten, number 82. So it was a field day for the Cowboys. Josh Norman can officially shut his mouth because there is a picture of Dak actually ran the ball today, and he ran beautifully. And he ran for 42 yards, and there's a picture of him stiff-arming Josh Norman's face mask. Well, not really his face mask, like his helmet, just stiff-arming it, like, get out of here, son. 42 yards, that was his record. He broke his single rushing record of just one play, and that was awesome to see. And he was starting in one of my fantasy leagues, so that was actually very nice to see, I'm not going to lie. So I knew we were going to beat the Redskins. I actually didn't think that they were going to give up that much of a fight. But they did. They put up a fight, and very realistically, if they continue the way that they were continuing, then I think they probably would have scored a couple more touchdowns. Because, okay, I take that back. So they kept going for it on 4th down and getting it. They got a 4th and 7 at one point, and I think it was almost inside the red zone. But they went for it on like 4th and 1. They went for it on 4th. They went for it on 4th down a lot today because they realized, oh crap, Dak's only had 4 incompletions the entire game. He might be onto something, so we need to hurry up. So unfortunately for the Redskins, they are 0-2. They did show Alex Smith up in the booth with Dan Snyder, the owner, and it was very kind of somber looking to me because you could tell that Alex Smith was like, man, if I were down there, man, we were winning the division whenever I was doing it. We were winning the division. We were 6-3 last year before I got hurt. And because of his injury, we pretty much took sole possession of first place, and I I feel so bad still to this day. Last year I kept making videos saying I feel terrible that the reason we won the division is because Alex Smith almost had a career-ending injury. We're not sure if it's career-ending or not, but it was terrible. It was a terrible thing to see. So, on to the Miami Dolphins, who have scored, I believe, 7 points in 2 weeks. I'm not concerned about the Dolphins, but it could potentially be a trap game, and I hope I didn't just say that and bring that into fruition and bring that in, but breathe life into that, because my God, they looked terrible against the Ravens. They looked god-awful against the Patriots. They lost like 43-0 today, and then they lost 49-7 last week. So teams are just steamrolling them. They're putting points on them, and I wouldn't be surprised if the Cowboys were the next team to score 30-plus or even, hell, 40-plus on the Miami Dolphins. But I guess we'll just have to wait and see. But I'm not really concerned, and in all honesty, I think this is the easiest game of the 3 games that we start off with. Today's game was probably the hardest test for us, and we won only by 10 points. The Giants, that doesn't even count. That's pretty much, you win a bye week sometimes. And now that I say that, the Giants are going to beat us the second time around. And then the Dolphins, unfortunately, I like the Dolphins. I have nothing against the Dolphins, but they're not good. They are doing terrible. They might be tanking for Tua for the Dolphins, which actually might be kind of fitting because I did a Madden franchise where the Dolphins actually got Tua, and now they're in like all of the AFC championship games and everything like that, and sometimes I face them in the Super Bowl. So it's like, okay, it's like, I see you, Miami. Like, they were sucked for luck, now there's tanking for Tua. So anyway, guys, I'm going to get out of here. Did your team win? If your team is not the Dallas Cowboys, did your team win? Let me know what your score prediction is for your team and for next week if you want to, or tell me the score of your team this week. Whatever. We'll just have a discussion. Doesn't matter as long as it's about football. I'm happy. All right, guys, I'm heading home. About to unload these groceries and watch what's left of the Saints game. I heard that Drew Brees got knocked out and with a broken thumb. I think he broke his thumb off of on his throwing arm off of Aaron Donald. So we'll see what happens with them, and then of course I'm going to watch the Sunday night football game tonight. All right, guys, thank y'all so much once again for dropping by, and always remember, my little piglets, calling pork chop, loves y'all the most. Y'all take it easy, guys, and I'll see y'all next time. Say it with me, everybody. How about them Cowboys? Woo! Bye, guys.